So you have your device up and running, but you notice that your updates are happening typically like every 20 minutes. And you're like, well, how do I change that? And if you look at the specs, like for the LHT65N, it does say the default period is 20 minutes. Now, one thing to consider is that there's actually legal guidelines on, depending on your country, how often that you can make updates. So it's something to consider. Another thing is to consider battery life. Now, maybe if you're testing and you want to shorten it up so that you don't have to wait so long, I can show you how to do that, but come back and really consider looking at the legal guidelines, but also look at your battery life. If you don't need to update so quickly, your batteries are going to last longer. And so here we see that the devices here, I've updated it to be every 5 minutes. Now, I do have other devices, these Class C LC01, and I've updated those right now that they're every 1 minute. One thing to consider also, if we go back to this device, the 65N, is that you can't actually go below, believe it is 5 minutes. If you try to update it below, it doesn't work. And so you have to look at the devices. So if you make an update and you see that it's not changing, it may actually be a restriction in the firmware that doesn't allow it to change. So now you'll notice in events that if we look here, this is 11:20:52, this is 11:21. There is 1 minute between each of these times. And now to be able to change that, this is an LC01. So this allows kind of quicker updates, and I have the times here. And so I'm going to switch this down to 30 seconds so that we can see that. And so I will go ahead and here you want to make sure that there's no spaces or that this will get corrupted. Like I can show you an example here. If I say NQ, that's not the value we want. And you can run into issues that way. So make sure here in ChirpStack that there's no spaces. Click NQ, and now we can see that that is updated. And now when we come back to our events, what we'll start to see is that it's acknowledged that, and now it will start to update every 30 seconds. Now we can see that the interval between these has been updated to 30 seconds. Now again, there's legal reasons. This is great for testing. Make sure to switch it back that you're following all the guidelines, but this is how you make the update. Now I'll go more in depth on these times. How do you even come up with these numbers? What you need to do is you need to convert decimal over to hex. And so 600 seconds here, we can see 600 seconds is converted to 258. So if I come down here, this is the payload that I need to send this for port 1, and then this is the actual value. So if I wanted to do, let's say I wanted to do another one at 45 seconds. Okay, and I said I wanted to update this to 45 seconds. What I would do is I would come here and I would update this to 45 seconds, and then I would say convert, and then this gives me 2D. Then I would go back to this time, and 45 seconds now would be 2D. And so this is how you can, if you need a custom time, or let's say you wanted to go back to the default 20 minutes, okay? And you were doing some testing, and you're like, well, how do I get back to the default 20 minutes? So here's 20 minutes. Again, this would be 1200 seconds. So we grab that 1200 seconds, and we come back here, we convert it, and then this gives us 4B0. And so if I come back here, then this value here is going to be 4B0. Now notice that there are the 3 zeros before here, and then these are the last 3 values. So we can continue to make the update here, and this would be if you want to go back. Now, sometimes maybe you even want it slower. And if you wanted it slower, we can make yet another update here. So let's go 60 minutes, right? And that'd be 3 times this. So this would be 3, and this would be 6. So we grab this value here. We come back here. We convert it. Okay, and our hex right here is E10. So this would be the value for us if we wanted those updates, and maybe we only needed to check the temperature once an hour, or we can even go further out. And so that allows our batteries, which tend to last a really long time in the terms of years, to be able to make updates. Now, some of the Class C devices, they're not battery powered. And so then we have to kind of balance what our legal, the number of times that we can legally send uplinks versus actually we're not necessarily worried about the ability to worry about the batteries. Good luck with updating your times. Remember that sometimes certain devices actually have limitations on your update, so you can make a change here, see if it's updated. If it's a new device, one of the things that you might also have to do is you might actually need to use a different port. Here's port 1. Some other devices use port 10 or even configurations that way. So double check with your device, double check with your interface, contact maybe the device manufacturer if you're running into it. But if you just practice by changing the times a little bit and then watching it, you should be able to do this. So good luck.